Yeah. I'm trying to tell you that that's the wet one. Yeah, there it is.
Well, Cheryl's on her way. We have a battery operated ambulance here, but Cheryl has the batteries and the other microphone.
I want to sign the petition. The petition is later.
Oh, okay. Just making sure you're not here to harass or intimidate anybody. Not putting up with that.
I can tell you if you want.
Oh, nice. You wanted to do this, I'm not going to bring up anybody by name. I have it in my remarks.
I had to go to the ATM. I was thinking of that.
Are you here?
No, I'm not running in. She's running the point. I'm not doing anything. Yeah, so a couple of things. You don't need extension cords. People can't hear. If people can't hear.
Is that going to be long enough?
15 feet. Then you're gonna have to rotate. Then you're gonna have to put the speaker over there. Oh.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Ben. Forgive me, sir.
What else, Fred? Hi. Fred, what else?
I was told wherever Sandy said, wherever speakers are, you should be standing behind me with a sign. Lift it up so that we take pictures. So we take pictures with the signs.
Okay, everybody. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming out in this weather. Thank you for coming out and getting ready to get started. We're just plugging in the amplifier, but everybody with a street, we'd like to take a group picture in front of the restaurant. So can people with this, everybody with a sign, I meant, I'm sorry. Did I say a street? The other thing I want to keep in mind for everybody, we're going to need to keep the sidewalk clear as we rally, just so that people can get through since the street is not closed today.
Oh, no, I got the sign. Linda.
We got it.
High?
We got it.
Hold it up high.
So Sandy said that we should.
Everybody want to get signed? Cheryl, you got the extension. Oh, that was you. Oh, thank you. Over there. Everybody get over there with a sign.
Yeah, let me have
Take it in group picture. Everybody go over there. You want another sign? Who wants to be in the picture? Naomi? Hello, Michelle. Oh, you don't have to. You don't have to be in the picture. You have to do a panoramic. Thank you. Thank you, guys. All right, so we're just setting up the amplification, and then we're going to start the program. I don't know. I'm not the press liaison. Thank you, everybody, for coming out in this weather. It is greatly appreciated by the people of Mitchell. Hi, who are you? All right, but you don't have to stand there anymore. We got the picture. But everybody, please be cognizant to just leave the sidewalk open so people can get through. Oh, okay. Kenny, Reverend Shrifan said Reverend Miller's here.
So this is one of the organizers. Hello, how are you? This is another. And so we're gonna just say words. You know. How you doing? We're gonna do this real fast.
Linda.
Frank? Where's Frank?
I know.
Well, he was over there. He was. Is she going to come out and say anything? He's going to go like this.
Rob, you want to hold this one over there by the car so people can see it? I think people driving by. I'm surprised that I'm out here, right? Great. I'm surprised. I'm fine. How are you? Just so if you're out that side, give it out to people on the street and see what we're talking about.
At some point, you should probably get a little picture of what's going on inside. So all right, guys, I'm just waiting on our extension cord to get somebody. This is Mitchell.
so that we don't leave. Check.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
To clarify, it's not a bad thing. It's just not right. Come here, Miss Eva. Wait, so face forward and you
You're right. You're right.
I hear the shot.
We good. We got enough.
Everybody.
Let me get a close up too.
No, that's fine.
Oh, stop.
Camilla, we got enough.
Sort of, but they pay for it. So
Yeah.
I made a contribution to people inside. I'm running out of money. I might have to wash some dishes. How you doing? How you doing? Especially considering the weather.
Sorry, man.
Yes, sir.
Where she go?
And you can and Rev.
Okay, we are setting up sound. It's going. Everything's getting plugged in. It's going.
Put bounce on you. Real fast.
Mitchell is cooking. So she said to say thank you for coming. We're getting ready to start the program. Has everybody signed our petition? Has everyone signed the petition? Okay, we have a petition circulating with a clipboard. Please use your email. Where's Tracy? Tracy? Okay, everybody, our petitions here. And there are also petitions over there at the silver umbrella. Penny, are you ready to start? Are we ready? Do we have any Mitchell signs?
I've seen you over there a couple of times. I've been to your restaurant, and I understand it's impacted your business also. Thank you. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you.
We support you also.
I appreciate that.
Hi, Rita. Nice to see you.
Can you put this on? Are you going to stand? I'm gonna leave, so I'm gonna. But if you're gonna hold it, can I stand over there, or can I swap you out for another song? Yeah, I'm gonna see. I know. I had so this if you don't mind standing here with the are we ready yet? Post it for my attorneys.
Okay, everybody signing the petition.
Yep. Hi.
Where's Kenny? Kenny, are you ready?
That's okay. I have another one, but just on the side.
Okay, I'm just going to point out that
City here, press. Okay.
Okay. Yes, sir. You're bringing out Mrs. Mitchell, right? All right. How long are your remarks? Like a minute? Yes. There's a petition there, and there's one right over there. Let's try to keep the sidewalk clear for people coming through. Just keep a little path for people coming through.
Excuse me, sir? Sir? Sorry. Thank you. I get it.
Yeah, we should come back on there and cover it up. Yeah, we should do
How are you? All right. Mitchell must knock it off. Yo, bring me the mic. The mic is right in the middle.
What's up, look?
Just the mic. Get it started. I be started. My name
Check.
Thank you. What is you? That's not.
All right, let's do this before the rain rains us out. I'm here, go. She told us to start. She told us to start. Let's start.
Everybody,
Hand to the mic. Hand to the mic.
I just want to say I appreciate all of you all today coming out to fight the street closure, because it's very important for all the neighborhoods and out of the neighborhoods for the people that can get to me. Because with the streets closed, they cannot find parks and they cannot walk here. so they need transportation. And we need to stick together to see what we can do about it. And so I'm so glad to see so many people.
Really good money.
All right,
I'm so glad to see so many people here for the fight. Because we have a fight on our hands.
There you go.
And I thank all of you all today for coming out. And I appreciate you all. Thank you.
All right.
We appreciate you. All that good food.
Save Mitchell!
Save Mitchell! Save Mitchell! Save Mitchell! Save Mitchell! Save Mitchell! Save Mitchell! Save Mitchell! Save Mitchell! Save Mitchell! Save Mitchell!
It's closing down a 40-year-old black business, Save Mitchell. Oakland Street is closing down a 40-year-old black business, Save Mitchell.
Mitchell!
Save Mitchell! Save Mitchell!
All right, Reverend Jocelyn.
Good afternoon. I just want to take a moment just to do a spoken word piece dedicated to not only Miss Mitchell's restaurant, but also to the fight that is going on right now for it. How much? How much would it cost for my voice to be heard as loudly as the voices sitting at your elitist tables? The table that makes decisions for me without my input. How much? How much so I can put a down payment for my war chest filled with your empty promises, your lofty plans, your backroom deals? I mean, they gotta be worth something, right? Because something has elevated your desires above my needs. Made your 40 minutes in the media worth more than my 40 years pouring into my community, paying into the U.S. Treasury, providing a family experience while providing for my family. Something has made you believe that your recent arrivals supersede my legacy investment.
All right.
Something has made you believe with your ink-wet leases that I don't fit into your picture of this community. You do not even know what this community is.
That's right.
In fact, you don't know what community is at all. Because this is community. When we stand together for each other, because people and history are not disposable. Oppressive influences always pretend that they can't see those that existed, that resided, that contributed, that built before their arrival, because they refuse to believe that history began before them.
Amen.
But paragons cannot be whitewashed into invisibility. We predate those of vision zero with zero vision. Except when the color is green, so how much? What price tag have you placed on my life here? Is it the cost of the overinflated rents in the homes you now sit in, where the families that owned them before you were even thought of used to thrive, after they used to come and eat at my tables, but now you deny me a seat at yours? How much? My property has the same value as yours. My operating licenses were obtained the same way as yours. My money spends the same way as yours, except when your non-inclusive policies block me from earning it. So how much?
Right.
What's the cost of keeping myself from being over-colonized into obscurity? The price of being justly treated. The price of being heard. The price of a seat at the table that keeps making decisions for me, forgetting that it was on our backs that that table was built. So either invite and include me, or prepare for your table to fall. Because nothing can stand without a foundation, and I know the roots that that table came from. Thank you.
Kenny? Who's next? Kenny? Kenny?
Right here.
How's it going? How's it going, everyone? My name is Kenny Lever from St. Mark's Avenue. Born and raised, right? My father came to this community in the 60s. 69, 70. And he understood the value of this neighborhood. He did the neighborhood block association. He made sure this neighborhood was aligned with each other. He made sure that we had, believe it or not, my father used to do summer school programs. He used to take off for the summer from his job and just do summer programs for the kids, as well as he was involved with the Leo Club. He had the Clinton Hill Leo Club, and he was a part of the Clinton Hill Lions. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? All right. So I'm here because I love this neighborhood, and I see the neighborhood going down by our leadership, and our leadership lives on the other side of these buildings. Isn't here. I even seen our leadership yesterday. She knows about this rally right here, and was told to come speak her mind, get everything out. You don't see her here,
Only on election
right?
day.
So with that, we cannot let a long-term business like this fail, especially when they only ask for one concession. One concession was give us some leeway on a Sunday. I couldn't believe that they only asked for a leeway on Sunday. They don't care about any other day. And the people that aren't from this neighborhood is telling them no.
They don't compromise. They not for community. Okay?
Absolutely. They're not for community. And then we're coming to find out that these neighborhood organizers are basically extorting businesses with contracts, false contracts, telling them if they're going to put chairs or tables outside to increase their business, they must pay into something that doesn't exist. So this money is being pocketed. It doesn't come up in any budget, right? And it's only about maybe 12 businesses involved in this part. The rest of it, they're not involved.
That's my card.
We come to find out that this entity, if you're not getting involved with them, they're calling the business department, the Department of Buildings, the Department of Health, having your business shut down, telling you that if you ever want a liquor license, you will not get it. This is extortion. And they're trying to extort an elderly long-term resident here. And we got to put this to a stop. I have aspirations of, helping out in government. Louder. Aspirations helping out in government in my neighborhood. No, this is the first time I ever spoke ever too. I just put that on this. First time I ever spoke. And as being raised in there, not really being in politics, but just watching it, I've never seen no community against their city council member, especially in this neighborhood. We had Davis. Davis used to walk around and talk to everybody.
Yeah,
Hakeem Jeffries used to walk around and talk to everybody.
Absolutely.
Crystal Hudson doesn't talk to anybody. Anybody. I know her uncles. I don't know her. I don't know her at all, and I know her uncles. She walks by, doesn't talk. So we need to fix this. We need to get her out of office, right? And the reason why we need to get her out of office, it's not that she's really a bad person, but you don't try to put common sense in when you know everybody's against you. The common sense should have been there when you got in office. You know your neighborhood, you know how not to hurt your neighborhood. And don't change because you have people coming against you now for doing wrong. You're changing because you want to stay in office and collect free money. So Crystal Hudson needs to get out of here. She needs to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? And one other part. This ain't people in the neighborhood or in her district that live on the outskirts of her district. These are her neighbors right here. These are her neighbors left and right of her building, on the corner of her block. I live on the corner of her block, and I'm telling her she need to get out.
Yep.
So with that, I'm gonna put, is Isha talk? Oh, shit. Esther?
Yes. Okay.
Esther's gonna do a couple of words.
Hello. Can you hear me? Hi. Miss Mitchell already came out. I don't know if she's going to come out again. I was here to introduce her, but I think everyone knows why we're here. For Miss Marie Mitchell, who has...
Okay, she only got a minute. Come on, wrap it up.
Okay. She has a 40-year-old black-owned business that's closing down, that may close down because of open streets, and her customers cannot get to her. Here's Miss Marie Mitchell. I thank you all for coming today because it's showing them that we are fighting to stay open. And we are going to fight this thing to the end.
Yes.
We need our respect. They come in the neighborhood and they're trying to run us out of the neighborhood. I'm the only black business on the block. And I've been here for 40 years. I was here when the neighborhood was all black. And now it's turning all white. And they're making different rules for us. So we got to stand up for ourselves. And we got to fight this thing. That's the only way we can win, is to fight.
Speak up and talk about what's on the menu.
Oh, well, we have a lot of things on the menu.
That kept me coming.
Oh, yeah, I have a lot of things on the menu. I have fish and chicken and pork chops and turkey wings.
There you go.
And macaroni and cheese,
That's
collard greens, spring bangs. We make it all here.
There you go.
All right now.
We shall not be moved.
That's
We
right.
shall not be
We are
moved.
here to stay.
We shall not be moved.
We are here to
We shall not be moved.
Yes. Hi guys, I'm Cheryl Smith. I own. Thank you. Cheryl's Global Soul on Underhill. I've been there 18 years. I'm not from New York, but New York is my home. And I chose New York for some of the same reasons I put my business here, because of the diversity, because of the history, because of the love of a neighborhood. I'm near the Brooklyn Museum. I believe what's going on right here is a select group of people are deciding what's best for a larger population. They're deciding, not that we go back to horse and carriage, but that we go to bikes. And that's not practical for a city that has transit. What I see happening is a select few getting to dictate how people get to and from work. When you take a major artery like this, and no one can take a bus, and you know they're the people that need to take a walk to a bus, to a train, to get to work all around the city or to get home, and to shop, and then have to be relayed somewhere far from home. It's not fair. It's not fair to the disabled. It's not fair to people who are not able-bodied. It's not fair to people who cannot afford Ubers, who cannot afford all their food delivered, cannot afford the new internet system that they're trying to get us all to buy into. The mom and pop places rely on people walking past. They rely on people that know them. And right now, I feel like we're being chased down. I feel like the city's doing things under the guise of a safer, calmer city. We can do that without changing everything. We can take notes from what they do in other cultures where they're bike cultures that coexist with cars. But it's not about that. It's about how does the fire engine get to your building when it's on fire? How does the ambulance get to you? How do you get home after an injury and you have to be put off in front of your house, but you can't? You know, there are just things going on here that I think are very insidious, and we don't understand that they're making plans that they're saying, oh, we've vetted it, we've included the neighborhood, we've started these conversations, but they haven't. They've gone ahead with plans, and then they're presenting it to us as if we have a choice or a say in it. They've already made their deals. Now there's something going on up at the park there. They want to make it just pedestrians, as if it's, where's that, Midtown? You know, Times Square. Can you imagine not having access to the other end of Flatbush or Eastern Parkway because they wanted to be a show place up here at the Arch, between the park and the Arch? And they're talking about this and we don't know about it. There's something going on and there's a larger picture and they're hiding it from us and then saying, but we asked you guys about it. We did surveys. We have experts working on this. Well, New York is a people place. We get around, we commune with each other, we talk to each other. We need to be talking more. Because there's something insidious going on in this city and in this area, run by a select group of people who want to dictate even the aesthetics of who should have music out on the street during open. There was a time when open streets was necessary. We have passed that. Vanderbilt has wide sidewalks.
Yes, it affects my business a little bit, but it affects a lot of businesses because they create this carnival-like atmosphere over here, and it pulls everybody over here, and it takes away from smaller businesses, mom-and-pop places on Washington and other places, and they also make it so you can't get into the neighborhood. You cannot access the neighborhood. They put a boulder at Plaza and at the end of my street, and you cannot turn onto Underhill. Fire trucks turning onto Underhill, they have to go over to Washington, then back around. And then there's delivery trucks on Lincoln Place, so you're stuck behind them waiting. It makes no sense. We have to question what is happening. We have to question, we have to come together, because this is a people issue. This is a New York community issue. Okay? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Cheryl. Hi, everybody. Thank you all for coming out in this rain. We really appreciate it. My name is Linda Balsama. I'm one of the organizers of United Neighbors of Prospect and Crown Heights. I'm here today to introduce two of my amazing mentors and warrior queens, the fabulous Baker twins, longtime activists, 3 PhDs between them. I was lucky enough the week before, to see them both receive, here's Audrey over here. We thought you were inside. Receive an award from President Biden for their lifelong commitment to service. We've asked, give it up for them. We've asked her, Dr. Jerry, to say a few words.
This is to honor Mrs. Mitchell and her efforts.
You gotta go loud.
And this is for the dangerous women, the creed. Dear God, please make us dangerous women. May we be women who acknowledge our power to change and grow and be radically alive for God. May we be healers of wounds and righters of wrongs. May we weep with those who weep and speak for those who cannot speak for themselves. May we cherish children, embrace the elderly, and empower the poor. May we pray deeply and teach wisely. May we be strong and gentle leaders. May we sing songs of joy and talk down fear. May we never hesitate to let passion push us, conviction compel us, and righteous anger energize us. May we strike fear into all that is unjust and evil in the world. May we dismantle abusive systems and silence lies with truth. May we shine like stars in a darkened generation. May we overflow with goodness in the name of God and by the power of Jesus. And in that name and by that power, may we change the world. Dear God, please make us dangerous women.
Amen.
Amen.
God bless you all. Listen up. Listen up. Restaurants and businesses like Mitchell's and Cheryl's literally gave flavor that made this neighborhood so attractive to other people. In the meantime, people that used to live here and support Mitchell's and Cheryl's have been pushed out of the neighborhood. So the only way they can come and patronize Mitchell's and Cheryl's is by vehicle. When you talk to the leadership of the Department of Transportation, which is behind all of this, they come across as condescending and patronizing. We need to let them know that we're still here and we're not going anywhere. Vanderbilt Avenue is not a park. Underhill Avenue is not a park. They tell me that 6 blocks up, there's a park. So we stand with the members of Emmanuel Baptist Church and Anthony Trufant. We stand with Zion Baptist Church. We stand with our community organizers. And we stand with Cheryl's. And we stand with Mitchell's. Keep the fight. Let them know that we're still here. And Mitchell's and Cheryl's gave us flavor in the first place. That's right. Mitchell's.
Good day, all.
Introduce yourself, sweetheart.
My name is Judith Marchand.
Oh, Judy right here.
Hey, Judy. My family has lived
in this neighborhood for 65 years. We have raised 4 generations on that block.
Wow. Let's go.
Hakeem Mitchell lived on that block.
Jeffrey. Hakeem Jeffrey.
Hakeem Jeffrey, sorry. I don't speak for other people, but I'm angry right now. Because when my children were born, and they came from PS9 during recess, they came to Mitchell's. This is a legacy. This is a legacy business. It should have been landmarked years ago, before the hostile takeover took effect. This is a hostile takeover. It started with redlining of this neighborhood by the banks. After the redlining, then you saw the tour buses. Do you see tour buses anymore?
No. You can say hey already.
The tour buses came so they could peruse this neighborhood without walking the streets amongst us.
6 a.m. in the morning.
See what the stock was like, the housing stock, the amenities, the ability to walk 6 blocks to Prospect Park, since they like walking so much. 7 blocks in the other direction to Fort Greene Park. But the builders came in, built these monstrosities, don't allow for green space or parking space, and thus we end up with this problem. There's no need to stop traffic. This is a major thoroughfare. After Flatbush Avenue, Vanderbilt Avenue is a major thoroughfare. Then comes Washington Avenue. When you cut the stream of traffic from this thoroughfare and Underhill Avenue, it goes to Washington Avenue, which is already stuck with a lot of traffic. They're aiming for Franklin next. They're aiming for Clinton Hill next. This open street, they're going like a fog under your door. You understand? And they have these secret meetings when they say they reach out to the neighborhood. They do not.
After the fact.
After the fact. When they have these meetings and invite the public to the meeting, the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. All the contracts are signed. The Department of Transportation's end goal is to do away with vehicular traffic. They want to do away with cars. Everyone doesn't ride a bike. There are people with families. There are the elderly and the disabled and the emergency services. We need access to our street that our tax dollars pay for. Simple as that. I walk Underhill Avenue from one end to the other. Between 30 and 40 parking spaces have been taken out of commission and replaced by big cinder boulders. I don't understand how those boulders can stop a car accident from happening. Underhill Avenue was not a raceway before. I lived on Underhill Avenue. It's a very quiet block. The problem has come because the bikers don't respect traffic laws. They need to pay the same way we pay for our cars. They need to pay to be licensed to share these streets. And also, I have this last thing to say. During the 60s, 50s and 60s, St. Mark's Avenue was inhabited by 190 children. Every family had 6 and up. 2 families had 12, and 1 family had 10. And we lived as family. Now, if I want to borrow a cup of sugar, I don't know who to ask. Because they don't eat sugar or white bread. I have to get dressed and go to the store to buy my sugar now. Anyway, I'm done. Thank you.
Whose streets? Our streets.
Whose streets?
Our streets.
Whose streets?
Our streets.
Whose streets?
Our streets.
Okay, so we got
Whose taxes?
so we got a long-term resident right here by the name of Claude. He's gonna have an interesting story to tell people right now. Claude, you ready?
All right? As me. There you go, Paul.
So good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
So my name is Claude. I'm a landlord of 2 properties on Vanderbilt Ave, and I've been always supporting businesses, even at my. I'm sorry. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Good. So again, I'm a landlord of 2 properties on Vanderbilt Avenue, and I've always been supporting the business in this community. Okay. Until when COVID happened, and of course it was a very tough time for everybody, businesses, regular people. We had a place called I don't know if you guys familiarized with American Vegan, 612 Vanderbilt. And when it came along, it happened. Business was trying to figure out what we were going to do. So this business decided to go ahead and make a community event where everybody can come in, enjoy themselves, safe space, safe, and it's open streets. Everything was okay, right? Even though that we wasn't with it. When open streets came along here, and during this time, they have set back because, first of all, they started saying it was unsafe because it was too, and majority of it was unsafe. We asked the reason why. You know any reason why? And I told them, because there was too many minorities that was there. They felt unsafe because now everybody else is coming out now. Never an argument, never police presence coming over there. Everything was okay. After this is when the long burden happened on Amari. He's the one that owns American Vegan. They started coming up to him asking him, hey, because he was trying to get the wine and beer license, and they started asking him, hey, you got to sign this if you want us to be doing this, or we're going to end up making more of a problem. Not only that, they even got to the point where if he doesn't even want to do it, they're going to make it harder for him to even get the license. So it didn't stop there. Somebody started calling every week just for the inspector to come in and shut it down. And every time they went there, they found nothing. There was a personal attack against a black-owned business in this neighborhood. And during this time, it was the Black Lives Matter movement coming in. How can something like this be happening when now finally people of color is coming into this community? They're trying to, they've been born here, they've been raised here, they have families here. There's a lot of families that's in this community. And what they're doing, they're pushing them away. What's more worse behind it now, besides that they're attacking black-owned businesses like Mitchell's, is that they're trying to cut off the artery now. If they take out Garmy Plaza, that's simple. Everyone that lives on the Flatbush Avenue side, in that side of the neighborhood, will not have access to this neighborhood no more. And you know what that means? Only one group of people will be in this neighborhood. Not minority, not diversity, that Brooklyn is designed to be. And that's the thing. Brooklyn's been changing for a while now. You look at all the neighborhoods. Now you got people moving different colors, different diversity in Bushwick. There's all spreading, but what they're doing is trying to get us out of here, get us out of New York City, and turn this back to corporate. The whole thing is that, and why I'm here is because normally I don't come up and I stay low key. But right now is the time for the community to come together. Open Streets is damaging a lot of minority businesses. Okay, it's damaging. It's disrupting people's lives. People that got to go for doctor visits or have certain things they got to do, take care of family, or that they work and they come home late or they come on a weekend. They can't get no parking. What are they going to do? If let's just say, for example, a house is burning down on St. Lawrence, God forbid, how the hell is that fire department going to get there on time? We're going to have a bunch of other homes on fire before they get there. Okay? And again, if you look at one last thing to look at is that, again, ever since that they're having all of this off the street that's happening, okay? You realize something? It's only one group of businesses getting affected. It's not whites. I don't see Hispanics getting involved. I just see black people getting involved. There's something wrong with that when it's only one group only getting affected, while everyone else that have not been in this community since the beginning of this community is getting pushed out, and they're coming here and trying to reap the rewards that we actually sat here and went through to get the community the way it is right now. So this is the time for us to all come together. We have to end this. We got to keep it going.
Whose streets?
Whose streets?
Our streets.
Whose streets?
Our streets.
All right, let's go. We're too far, gotta go. ABC is out. So we want to thank her for her support. It brought me from Kanashi.
No, you're too close. You're getting...
You do know this is my mic.
No, I can't hear. We can't understand you.
I know, I'm just kidding with you. But we want to thank EBC for their support. I literally came out on the last call. I was on my couch streaming EBC, and Rev said come out. And this is important to me because I got good food from here 60-something years, and, like that. I had good food here. So when Rev said come out, I got up off my couch and came out. And I don't know if this is over, but I want to thank y'all for coming out. If anybody else has something to say before we actually get out, let's get it on. God bless you. Really good.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so glad to see that so many people are concerned about the issues that are happening in Vanderbilt Avenue, in Prospect Heights, in Clinton Hill, in Crown Heights. We're here to represent. My name is Sharon Wedderburn. I am the president of Public Policy Rising, and I'm a stakeholder in Our Communities Count. Our Communities Count came together because we saw how traffic issues and policies were adversely affecting our communities. So let me give you a couple of examples. With Vanderbilt being an open street, which essentially means that it's closed from Friday to Sunday. What you're doing is you're disconnecting communities that are together. I can say that I've spent all of my life in Crown Heights and Prospect Heights, but guess what? I have friends, family, and people that are neighbors or who are neighbors who now live in Clinton Hill. So now what we're able to do is say that, one, people are making policy decisions that have adverse effects on our community. Two, we have always been connected. We are no longer being connected. Three, the policymakers are making decisions not as a matter of how it affects the communities, but what they see as expedient in their goals. And four, in order for us to be heard, we have to keep talking to each other. Our Communities Count is a central organizing for policy. Public policy rising will always be on the policy. How do traffic decisions? Who are taking surveys? Who are those participants? But most importantly, we are the community, not the organizations that say they represent our community. Why? Because we know down on the ground what works, what doesn't work, and how people access services. We don't want to be anti-ableist. We don't want to be discriminatory. We don't want to be racist. This is the village of Brooklyn. Central Brooklyn is central to all of this. We are the beating heart. We must continue to beat. Thank you.
Thank you for staying around. Thank you for staying around. Thank you for coming out in the rain. I'm going to just make this really short. I'm Julia Bryant. I've been an activist with MTOP for a very long time. MTOP has sprouted a new group. As always, we always doing something new. We always breaking off. We got something up for you. So I'm going to just get Alicia Boyd, neighborhood hero, neighborhood savior, neighborhood just everything. And if nothing else, fashion plate, because she's got more style than anybody else up here. She's going to speak. Thank you.
I just want to ask you, where are your elected officials? Yeah. You got more black representatives in power. How many black representatives you got in power? You got the mayor. You got the fucking public advocate. You got the congressman. You got what elected official position is not black? Tell me. They're all black, and where are we? We're fighting for our fucking streets. We're fighting for our homes. Where are they? Where are they? Every time they want to run for office, they show up. They get in line with us. They take the photographs. But the moment they get in office, they turn their fucking backs on us. We gotta stop it. We gotta stop it, people. This is your community. These are your streets. Get up and get her out. You think she can stay in this community and walk on these blocks and give our community away? You tell Crystal Hudson, no. Every time you see her, you tell her, no. You tell her, no. Every time you see Akeem Jeffries, you say, where are you, Akeem? Why are you not standing here fighting for us? Where's the public advocate? Why he's not standing fighting for us? And don't even talk about the mayor, people. Don't talk about the mayor. We know the mayor is in the pockets of the real estate industry, and that's why this is going on. They want to privatize our streets. They want to take away our parking. They want to take away our housing. They want to remove us after we created Brooklyn. neighborhood. I thought all of Brooklyn was black. Crown Heights, Bed-Stuy, Fort Greene, Brooklyn, everywhere. And now it's what? We're dwindling. We lost 20,000 people in this community over the last decade. And it's still going on. You people, you gotta rise up, people. You got to stop taking shit from these elected officials. And when they get in office and you decide that they're not representing you, get them out. Get them out. Get them out. Did I hear you? What are you gonna do? Get them out. What are you gonna do? Get them out. What are you gonna do? Get them out. That's right.
Bless God. Bless. We gotta go. But the reality is, let's get back to this good food that we're trying to save over here.
One more thing we gotta do.
Mitchell's, we really got to go.
We gotta do calls to action and then we're out. We gotta give these people something to do. It's gonna be real quick, I promise. I'll yell. You gonna take the mic for the calls to action? Come on, this is the action part of the night. Let me tell you. It's gonna be quicker for me to tell you. Okay, everybody's here in the rain. We're gonna wrap this up. I am the last person to speak. Except Wendell, can you hold this for me? We're gonna give you some calls to action because we're not just gonna stand here in the rain for nothing, right? So I'm one of the founding members of United Neighbors of Prospect and Crown Heights. I want to thank everybody that helped organize. There was a lot of people involved getting here. And Reverend Trufant, everybody, thank you, EBC. St. Joseph's wanted to be here, they were unable to attend. We got organized because our reps turned their backs on us. We started walking up and down the streets. We organized meetings. Our reps canceled the day before with no explanation to us, their constituents. Shame. So we divvied up the work of their office and we started canvassing these streets. We spoke to a man after coming home from work looking for a parking spot for over an hour, finally double parked in front of his home and slept in his car. We spoke to working class disabled woman dependent on the B69 to get to and from her job on Vanderbilt, who has been forced to spend over $5,000 on taxis to get to her job because of this open street. We spoke to firefighters who work every day to keep us safe, who are furious and stressed about the extra time and obstacles being added to their already stressful work. We found that even though we've been told by the organizers that the Vanderbilt Open Street is an economic benefit to all of the businesses. Okay, everybody, we're not doing that. We're not taking that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not taking that. All right, everybody, reassemble. We're not being distracted today. We found that even though we're told this street is an economic benefit to all the businesses, 16 businesses, 16 on this street told us they lose customers, they lose money. 10 Vanderbilt, 9 Underhill, Washington have written letters to our representative and DOT asking for help and relief. Not one has bothered to reply. Other businesses we spoke to, because of stuff like this, were actually afraid to write letters, afraid to speak out, because behind the glossy marketing posts depicting the Vanderbilt and Underhill as a community program, our volunteers have found an unacceptable pattern of abuse, harassment, and intimidation designed to keep anyone who objects to the programs from speaking out. Businesses like Cheryl's received 1-star reviews meant to bring down her income and her tipped employees' income. That is violence. Proponents who set up fake social media accounts to troll, harass, and dox residents to discourage any dissent. After speaking out at a CB8 meeting, the organizers of this program put a loud band in front of an 82-year-old disabled veteran's windows, harassing him in his own home. I spoke to a black business owner who told me he sold his business, Brooklyn Lobster on Vanderbilt, because he didn't feel supported by the community and the stress of operating here became too great. Many of you know Miss Vivian, who I think is here, who caters and sells jerk chicken. She was run off this open street by the organizers from 3 separate locations, even though she had a permit. In 2020, Prospect Heights became the epicenter of the Black Lives Matter movement.
Large marches routinely went down Dean, Flatbush, and Grand Army Plaza to protest the murders of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and the over-policing of black men and women. Yet at this exact same time, just 2 blocks away, organizers of the Open Street were routinely calling the police on a third black-owned business, American Vegan, for hosting a dance party. The Open Streets organizers told Omari they felt the hip-hop music was unprofessional and that the crowd it was bringing was unsafe.
Hip-hop runs the world today.
In Brooklyn, when the owner, a young black man who grew up on Pacific Street, refused to comply, health inspectors and building inspectors started coming to his business every week. Rather than nurture and support the first steps of a young local entrepreneur, people in this community stressed him to the point that he too closed his business doors and walked away. Enough is enough. This makes 3 black-owned businesses in Prospect Heights that have had to leave Vanderbilt Avenue. And if the organizers, the DOT, and the reps refuse to compromise and leave the street open for just Sunday afternoons, I'm almost done. Mitchell's will make 4. We're not having it. What's happening here is wrong. We are supposed to care for the sick. We are supposed to honor the elders, and we are supposed to assist the disabled. Caring for the most vulnerable among us is the foundation of equity. So what are we going to do? How are we going to right this wrong? Everybody here, you've got better places to be, I know. It's raining. Let me tell you something. Our apathy will fuel their victory. Let's say that again. Our apathy will fuel their victory. So what are we going to do? Our reps have made it clear they're not going to help us. We need to organize. These are the calls to action. This is why you all came down. I had to get my speech in first. We need each and every person here to make a commitment to spread this story far and wide to the people who are unable to come. Each and every person put photos and videos on your social media, hashtag Save Mitchell's. Let's get this story out. Who in the crowd are the filmmakers, the artists, the writers? We need your help. Get this story out. Who in the crowd are the lawyers? We need to start a law clinic for our BIPOC businesses so that they are no longer harassed and intimidated. We need each one of you to take out your phone right now and put this phone number in your phone. I'm going to give you the cell phone number for Crystal Hudson. She gave it to us at a meeting, and she said she was going to be the most accessible person in office. We've yet to hear from her. We leave her voicemail. She doesn't call back. Everybody save it in your phone. 917-581-3322. That is 917-581-3322. If you don't have the ability to write it down, it's on our website, unpch.org. We need everybody here to make a commitment to vote, and we need people to step up and run for office. Start your campaigns now. All this information is on our website. Thank you all for coming, and please order some food.
One last thing, there is a federal lawsuit out for people that can't get through the open streets, moving barricades. And if you want more information, you can go to New York City Access for All. We have a federal lawsuit against what's going on. I'm sorry, I don't have a card. New York City Access for All. Thank you.
Thank you. You got it? Good money?
At the end of the day, as a community, we have to stick together. So look around who's here right now, and this is part of your community. This is your community.
Okay, so everybody's going to take a walk to Crystal Hudson's house and let her know that we're displeased with her. So we're going to follow. We're going to follow.
Go, where you at?
Around the corner. All right. So we're going to take a walk to Crystal House. If you want to take the walk, just follow. We're moving in about 5 minutes. All right, please show up with your places. Gotta go.
If that's what this is blood, Mitchell's on. Get up and get some blood.
No.
I brought it here. But it's okay. It's all a good point. How was that rally, the Stephanie Zimmerman rally?
It was not bad, but they scared. It wasn't bad, but they
should be scared.
They are scared.
They're doing nothing but. But I look at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. No. It's all right. Yeah, I know. They're scared. Yeah, they're scared. They're scared. They're scared of me. Shit, I know why. You got a lot of support. You get fed up with her.
I don't think he's gonna do it. I don't think he has the organization to do it.
Well, I mean, you got support. You got a lot. You got the right. You got support with Jabari. You know, Jabari went best style was right, so I think they see it.
But that's it. But he doesn't even have. Doesn't even have what's his name? She hasn't taken his name.
Yeah, she's not gonna do it because if he does and he loses, they're gonna run him out. They're gonna run against him out. They're gonna run his ass out. Yeah, I know that's the plan. Like, well, if he backs up Eon wins, they're gonna retaliate against him. And once they retaliate, he's gonna be in big trouble. You know, they're the reason he's running on the post. He ran on the post last year. So that's what it is. You know? It's coming out, man. Yeah, I know this is
What I didn't get to say is everybody has to go to the community board. And we need people to go to the community board and live stream those meetings.
all right, the rain is coming down. They're gonna march to her house, so. All right, so weather is dying down.
Patty, you gonna go over to Crystal?
Thank you, brother.
Hey, no problem. Anytime. I'll upload it later. All right, so.
This happened recently, or this
was
on weather?
It's a long right?
Yeah, well, I know I did.
All right, so 20% left.
All right, 5 minutes out.
Well,
So
at one point, like here, that's how you get it. Brian. Oh, yeah, I'll get into that. Building cocoa. Where they there you go. Leslie said she was going to say more.
this is Mitchell's, guys. Mitchell's Red, Soulfood, 617 Vanderbilt Avenue.
You got room for multi food? Okay.
He's like, why you got me standing here in this rain?
Hey, what's up, bro? What's up, man? Doing good? Yeah, chilling. Hey, what's up? It's raining out, but you gotta do it.
Let me see. Yeah, it's
Sorry about that. So, closed business here. Gonna be a lot.
Sorry about that. I put my phone in my pocket. I just stopped by for a but it's packed in there. They're open till 8.
I only can eat fish right now. I'm drinking my beet juice. I've been drinking it over the course of 2 weeks. I can only eat fish right now. But I have to put my scarf, everything on because my face looks crazy. Yeah, it's but they open till 8, so I'll be back now because 901 something to eat. So I'll be back around. I have to go to sleep now. No, she didn't want to come with us. No relation.
Like scurrying in the wet rain because I'm not prepared for this weather. How are you? My oh, so I grew up with so what happened? I don't know why. Yeah, no, I yeah, I stay out of it. Great. Don't worry. My job. Well, that's no, don't look at it. That is what it is. Let's be clear. Let's be clear.
Yeah, it's a lot of people now. It's going to be a little waiting time.
And away from me, I don't do that. I get it. Thank you. I get it. Yes. I get it now.
Yeah. I'll be back.
It worked during COVID. I didn't even know about it. I will get them. Like, they closed down on Friday at 5 No, and I had a busy day. Yeah. For 2 that day. Gotcha. So, see, yeah, no, it is. It's definitely just like lie and say this and all online. But it is. They're all aware. He's gonna have to. What's going on? You know, he's gonna have to, for real. Okay, baby, nobody wants to stop.
So when we're moving, we're soon? We're going soon or what?
Oh yeah, we're leaving.
All right, to Hudson's house or no? Hudson, they're going to watch Hudson's house, right? Oh, they did?
She's on Carlton and Dean. She's on Carlton, I think, or Bergen or Dean.
All right, let me check. All right. What? They did. All right, I have my phone on. I thought they... All right, let's see. I'm gonna scrap it, guys. I mean, I thought they was marching, but it's alright. Sorry. Here you go. About to log off. Sit. It's raining out, so take care, everybody. I'm not going to the house, so I'm gone. Like I say, but later.